Okay, Zay, today we're going to show you how to make a basic trenza with no hair. Okay, we're going to use wool in the place of hair. But you can see what I have here between my legs is paintbrushes. That's a way for me to basically hook the thing so that we can, how can I say that, Andre?
Anchor.
So that I can anchor it, yeah. So what I do is, okay, let's do it slowly. I take 3 pieces of string, more or less this length. It depends on how long you want the trenza, okay? There are 3 separate ones. Then I fold it in the middle. We have Mandy as well here to try to show you how fat she got. I put this around, whatever you can find that you can hook it on. Put it around like this, and you make a loop and you pull it through so that you can hook it there. And just to be sure that it does not go loose, and even so in the hair you do the same thing, you make a double knot. Alright? Now you're ready to make your trenza. You split it in 3 equal parts, 2 strings on each one, and you start doing the braid. And this is what happens in the hair. Imagine this is a string of hair. This is about this size that we basically do the braid. I do this because it's a good way to practice this. If you don't know what you're doing in the beginning, especially. So because you can make a mess and it would not be a problem. You just keep on doing this until you have the desired length. Normally, you do it the same length that the person's hair is. And sometimes you get a person with very, very long hair, so you have to calculate that. If it's really long hair, the strings have to be longer. And if it's shorter hair, try to do it always that same thing. But remember, we fold it double, so it shrinks a little bit. A good tip on the side of the string, if you buy, I'll show you now what it is. It shouldn't be too thick, and it must be cotton wool, because the people are going to keep it in their hair, and they can keep it as long as they want to. They can wash their hair, but if it's wool, there's a problem. It can start becoming a little bit stinky. Okay, I need to do it as fast as I possibly can to get to the desired length. If you start doing it, if you get experience with this, like Roberto and Rigo, they do this in 10 minutes. In the beginning, of course, it will be a little bit longer time. I'm always at the end now. Okay, this is now your piece of hair that you're going to work on. Now to secure this, because at the end hair, you're not going to put like a elastic band or something there. Just keep it like this. You take a separate piece of string. I just use like something that I don't really care about. This doesn't have to be as thick as the others. It can be thin. The same thing. You fold it double like this. Put it around on the top. Pull it through so that you can hook it onto this. Make it tight, and in the hair as well, here again you're going to make it a double knot because you don't want it to go loose. Now this thing you're going to braid with the piece of hair. Just the same thing like you would do in all braid. You braid it in now. And you do this because when you come to the end of this, you are going to make a knot. And this is going to be a sure thing that the hair won't go loose at the end. Okay, this takes a little bit of time. So now you can see there's a string of hair, and with one piece of string, it doesn't matter what color, because you're never going to see this. Just as really to keep the braid or the trencita in place. Okay, you have to do it as well with this whole thing. The entire length of the braid you have to do until you get to the end of it, where the wool is separated, or the hair. With that hair and the person's hair, you're going to do it to the end of the person's hair. It's not going to have a loose hair string like I have with the wool, because this is just to practice, and I make it as long as I wish. So here we come to the end of the braided part. Now you're going to take it like this, hook it underneath, pull it over and pull it tight, and you do it a second time. Always do it a double knot, because that secures it. Now you can use scissors and you can cut this a little bit off, so that doesn't bother you. This is now the actual braid. Now what we do is we take 3 different colors. Here I have brown and pink and green. You can see that it's not very thick, and it's cotton. You buy this at any place where they sell wool, and it's more or less the things that they would use to knit summer stuff, and it shouldn't be too thick, because the thicker it is, the thicker the trenza would be. And then make it long. Make it, Roberto says they always have to make it the size of your arms, but I've learned to make even a little bit longer, because you never know when you come to the end with the knots and stuff that you do, that you might not have enough. You do the same thing as with the other stuff. You fold it double and you put it around that as well, just the same way. Pull it through like that and pull it tight, and you do a double knot again. Just knot it like this so that it won't go off. Now you have again 3 strings on one side, 3 strings on the other side. The whole secret lies in this. You pull the trencita like this, like it's a straight line, tight, and you sit with 3 on the other side. So part of the string is on the trenza, the other one is around there, and all I do is I throw it over it, nice and secure and tight, so that it doesn't leave a space open. And you just roll it over. Look what's happening now. The 3 strings are forming a line. Be sure that they lie next to one another and that they're tight. They shouldn't be loose, you know. But with this one, you keep it straight. The other one, you throw it over like this. And like you can see there, I mixed up a little bit because I'm trying to make it as fast as possible. And you do this as long as you possibly want to do. Say for instance, here I come to a part where I want to change the design right now. Then you do the same as you always do. You pull it underneath, over like that, and pull it tight. Here you don't have to double. You don't have to do double. Just have to be sure that it falls nicely. You can put it like that so that it looks nice. It must look nice on the eye. Okay, now what we can do is this. You can separate the colors as you wish. I can take the greens, for instance. I can put or let's do a brown. You can take the brown and you separate the green and the pink from that. And then the other one that you keep tight here as well, you're only going to use the brown now. And you're going to take the green and the pink to that side. Now you have 2 browns. You take it like this, keep it open, and you just go continue with the brown. The other 2 stay behind right now. And let me just see that it doesn't get mixed up right now. Okay, we continue with this, and you cover the whole idea is just to cover the hair part so that you don't see it. You see, you just keep on rolling it down, covering it up, and those 2 you're going to use in a different way. Just keep on rolling it down. For the desired length, you can play around with this as much as you possibly want to. Say we do it until here. Now do the same here. To secure it, you always bind it and you pull it tight. Now you have this part there and those strings there. So you put this in your mouth to keep it tight. And you do this. You just cross them. The brown as well. until you reach the end. Of course, it's not a very secure thing, this. In the hair, it's a bit easier. When you get there, you do the same as you always do. You pull it together and you pull it through. This I'm working very fast. It's supposed to look more aesthetic, more together like that. Just see that you can do it like this. Now I'm going to try to teach you. Everything has been done like this now. You can split it up again. The 3 separate colors together. Don't do the other green. Oh, there it is. So we go through this again. Now we do the same what we always do. We go underneath and over and pull it through. 1, the second one, 2, and the third one, 3. Then you put it underneath and you throw it over. See, now it forms like a roof over it. And you continue with this. You do 1, 2, 3. The same thing. Put it underneath and pull it over. And 1. You continue with this until you want to, really. 2, 3, and you pull it over. What's happening now is it makes like a, I don't know how to, but they call it a coladerata. That's what they call this knot. 2 and 3. You can continue to the end if you want to, or you can do whatever you want to. But what I do is I'll just continue now to the end. You just go again around, cover this entire trencita until you come to the very end. Here we come to the end of it. And when we come there, you just do your knot again. You knot it over and you pull it tight. And this what's off there, it's not a problem, you're just going to cut it off. Let me see. And do a double knot. Right, doesn't want to do, it's a bit short now. There, just a double knot. Now that what stays over, you can just cut it off because it's already in there. Or you can just keep it like this if you want to. And you can add like little things. I'll show you some others. This is just a basic idea of how to do that, and it's a very quick one for you to